Hi, happy Monday, and welcome to CEO Conversations with me, Dana Haysberg, also known as the Vision Builder. And today we're going to be talking about marketing. Marketing, because so many small business owners struggle in their businesses, and it's simply because their marketing is not correctly positioned. Now, if this is the first time that you are here with me, welcome to my channel, welcome to my page. This conversation streams both to YouTube and to LinkedIn every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Trinidad time. I am from Trinidad and Tobago. My name is Dana Haysberg. I serve as a vision builder to my community, helping business owners to take their businesses to the next level by scaling their business processes, optimizing their business model so that their business finally becomes something that allows them to live their ideal lifestyle. Now, I have been having some challenges with the stream this evening, which is the reason that we started late. So if you are hearing me and you are seeing me clearly, please let me know by just dropping a one in the chat, in the comments, and I will definitely look to see if you are hearing me and seeing me clearly. Today, I'm going to deal with a big one. And the reason that I'm dealing with the issue of marketing is because I actually asked my community what was one of the topics that they wanted me to do training on. And this is actually one of those topics. Thank you so much, Natasha. So we are going to get right into it. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel just yet, please do. Please turn on the notifications. I'm going to be putting far more training and content on this page to help you as you make decisions in your business. So let's get cracking. So here's what. Let's talk about this in real terms, right? I am not going to do the streaming of the slides this evening simply because the broadcasting software that I'm using right now is giving me a bit of trouble. So I'm going to keep it real basic, real simple in terms of the technology side of things so that the message gets sent out. Now, you may not know this, but up to 90% of our decisions as consumers is based on our emotions. Real talk. Like there is research that looks at consumer buying patterns and consumer buying purchases. And as much as many of us think that we are informed consumers, that you know what, we do a lot of research and all that good stuff, most of our decisions are made based on our emotions. Why am I starting here? Because for far too long, we've had a misconception of what marketing actually is. What marketing actually is. Marketing is really the way through which you make an emotional connection with your ideal client or the person that you want to serve so that they can buy from you. It is the way that you make an emotional connection. For far too long, we thought that marketing was simply post a picture here, say that I'm selling something there. That's what we thought marketing was all about. But guess what? Take note of that. Marketing is the idea of connecting with the emotions of a consumer so that they make a purchase. Let's think about it. Let's think about some of our favorite ads that we remember, right? One of the favorite ads from Trinidad and Tobago that I love is the ad with the Lucozade man. And the truth is, the ad has very little to do with Lucozade. What is humorous about it is this little stick figure, you know, dancing around the road and carnival and having the most moves of everybody else. And you remember that ad with fondness because it connects with an emotion. And that emotion makes you happy. That emotion you connect with the actual product, which is Lucozade. And then you're looking for a drink and you go into a showcase. And what do you see? Lucozade there. You remember Lucozade man. And you buy a Lucozade, right? We have to understand what marketing really is and what marketing is all about. So most consumers make a decision based on emotions. So I want to ask you right away, right out of the gate. when you look at your content, when you look at what you put out there as marketing, does it touch the emotions of anybody? If you look at it objectively, go quickly and pull up whatever version of marketing you put out, be it your social media pages, be it you don't you actually some persons still do ads. Does it appeal to the emotions? What is the emotion that is appealing to? What is it causing to happen to the person who sees it? This is a very important question if you are to think about how to take your marketing to the next stage and to the next level. Guys, you know I'm very straightforward with you in CEO conversations, so this is not going to be any different. So when we talk about consumer behavior and consumers make decisions mainly based on emotions, but what are the emotions that the consumer usually defaults to when they're making this decision? There are two main emotions. There's fear of missing out, FOMO. I wish I had my slides. I'm probably going to do over this as a recording and have some slides there to make it a little bit more exciting, right? Um, but FOMO, fear of missing out. And then the other one is endowment or endearment, which is like I have this connection and this affinity with this person. Like I really like this person, or I really like what is being shown to me. Those are the two main emotions that really come out when people are making choices and decisions as a consumer. So let's go into the first one, right? FOMO, fear of missing out. There is a principle that I've learned in marketing, especially when I was doing my research. It's that a lot of consumers don't like the idea of losing, right? You don't like the idea of losing. You don't like the idea of losing out on an opportunity, losing, having had something and losing it. And really, what this comes down to is simply this. If you, and I always use this example, so if you're accustomed being around me, you will have heard this. You would have gone into your pocket and found $100, right? So, oh, look at that. I just went in my pocket and I found money. But it's not $100. It's a few dollars, right? So you go into your pocket and you find $100 and you're super excited about it. Goodness, yes, I'm so happy. Who doesn't like to find the money, right? You're happy about it. And then you will go somewhere and you're going to pay for something and the thing costs $10. And you know that you have a $10 bill in your wallet. You go into your wallet, you are certain that you have a $10 bill in your wallet. You go into your wallet and guess what? You can't find the $10 bill. The truth is, for most of us, we are going to be like, where is my $10? This thing is going to bug you so much. So much so that you forget about the good thing that happened before, and all you're focusing on is the loss that you've experienced, even though the loss is of lesser value than the gain. And this is the principle that is really comes down to the core movement of how people think and people process things. Losses loom larger than gains. So it's the same thing now when it comes to marketing, right? When persons look on or that you are trying to create buzz and excitement and stuff, considering your product, considering your services, one of the emotions, strong emotions that you can actually appeal to is actually that fear of missing out. Like I'm missing out on what Natasha has to offer. Like I could have had that cake, but instead I end up with, a store bought something that is just not what I would have wanted. Now, your marketing as an entrepreneur, your marketing as a small business owner is supposed to trigger that emotion, like trigger that memory for them, like when they were younger and they wanted to have, a fancy Batman cake, and then they had to have a regular cake from the grocery with flowers on it. And now you bring back that memory, and they now have children, and they see you talking about that kind of memory, or you do something that triggers that kind of memory for them. And they then think, you know what, I need to have that cake. That is how marketing works. So marketing is not just about putting up a flyer. It's not just about saying, well, I'm open for business. It's far more than that. So there is that fear of missing out. It's a very strong trigger and emotion that really can get people to buy almost anything. And then the other trigger is that endearment or endowment effect. And what that is that I now have this attachment to something or someone. I feel this deep sense of attachment and I really don't want to part with it. You know, something that is the whole reason that they give you test drives of new vehicles. If you ever thought it's because they really like you and the customer is always first and all that good stuff, eh, not really so much. The core of that whole principle has always been take someone out of their old car, put them in a new car with the new car smell and the new car feels and all of the bells and whistles and all that good stuff. And guess what's going to happen? When they leave that car to go back to their old car, they're going to be like, oh, I wish I still had that other car. That other car is going to be in their memory. So it's the same thing with you. For most small businesses, though, that endearment, that endowment effect really does come from showcasing who you actually are. It really comes from showcasing yourself. So, this is the whole reason that I am always against people hiding behind their products, hiding behind their service, hiding behind, their brand colors, so much so that nobody knows who they're buying from. Nobody knows who, what, anything about who they're buying from. Now, yes, you would make a sale, but would you make consistent sales? No, because there is no endowment, there is no connection, there is no like, oh, I like you as a person, I like what you represent as an individual. There is none of that. It's like, thank you for my ring light, bye. Does this make sense? Well, I know it makes sense, but I just want to get some feedback from you if this is connecting with you in some way. So, what tends to happen now is that we hear online on social media that people buy from who they know, like, and trust. And then we look at the persons who are showing up and turning up, and you're like, okay, well, I need to try and be like them, but that's not my personality. How am I going to turn up? I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to create that endowment effect. I don't know how to be visible so that people can buy into my products or services. Is that something that you struggle with, right? A lot of business owners struggle with that. In fact, I remember one person asked me outrightly, a client asked me outrightly, Dana, what about those stores that are in malls and such? Nobody knows who the owner is. Um, Nobody, and people still go in and they still buy from them. And I had to alert the person that the truth is, at the start of that business, believe me when I say that person who owned that business had to turn up in some way, shape, or fashion. Also, most times they are actually in their stores. So people get to see who the owner is, or people get to see who the boss man or the boss lady is. And they have that in their mind. So that gives them a certain level of comfort. And even if they don't see or know for sure who the persons are, they know a salesperson or they know the manager of the store, and that actually they can build a connection or at least a recognition these persons are. So the truth is, this is a fundamental part of our marketing. People buy from people. People buy from people. Again, I hear some of you saying, but we don't know who owns Coca-Cola. We don't know who owns Coca-Cola now. But there is a reason that there are these big endorsement deals that are always being signed for athletes, being signed for influencers, being signed for influential persons for these brands, because the principle still remains. People buy from people. So what are we going to do now? So we're going back to the fundamental core of our marketing. There, people buy based on emotions. That's the first thing. The second thing now is that people will also buy based on two very strong emotions. One, the fear of missing out, or two, the endowment or endearment emotion. You, however, in your own business, if you really want to become more of a household name, if you really want to become more known, if you want to grow your business, it is not going back to which what a lot of us do is I need to add more to my product or service. No, it's actually you now need to make connections with people from a particular perspective. So you now have to think, how am I going to show up? How am I going to show myself? How am I going to make this a thing that people have fear of missing out as it relates to? Now, that is not going to work for everyday products. That is why you that's why you need the endowment and endearment effect, because it's not going to work for every single thing. So if you have a major deal or you have a special package that's coming up, the fear of missing out, that strong emotion is what you want to drive in your marketing. So when you look at your marketing for it, is it driving that feeling? Is it causing people to feel as though I'm actually missing out if I don't grab one of these? Like I could be that person, but I'm over here being this person and I don't want to be this person, so let me go grab that thing. That is actually what you want to have happen when people look at that particular piece of marketing or that particular piece of publicity or visibility that you put out. But every day in running your business, what you want to generate is that endowment and that endearment effect. So, how do you do that? How do you put your personality out there? Well, the first thing I want to say is I want you to put your own personality out there. You do not have to be an extrovert to have a personal brand. You don't have to be an extrovert to have a personal brand. You do not have to be the most outgoing, flamboyant person to be able to connect with individuals. And the reason that I say this is because here's what's the truth. All of us have people in our lives who love us, and they love us for who we are, which means that your natural personality, the natural essence of who you are, is something that can be accepted by others. We have to find ways to show who we are without trying to change who we are. Now, I'm not saying that you can't polish up things a little bit, present your best version of yourself, yes, but also just be you. Also just be you. And there really is an art to just being you on your pages and on your spaces so that people get to know you, they buy into you, and then they buy into your product. And for far too long, a lot of us as business owners, we hide. We hide behind the product, we hide behind the service. And but the truth is we are our best marketing tool. We are our best marketing tool. And persons, when they get to know you before you can get to the stage of being the conglomerate, persons want to get to know you as the founder. And as they get to know you as the founder, they will continue on the journey with you as you progress through your business. So when it comes down to why you're not getting sales, when it comes down to why you're not getting your products or services moving, it's because you are approaching your marketing from the wrong perspective. You're approaching your marketing from the wrong angle. You're approaching your marketing from the idea of the intellect as opposed to understanding that people buy firstly from their heart before they open their wallets. You got to move their heart, you got to move their emotions before you get them to open their wallet. And for those of you who are saying, well, I may have never moved person's heart, but they open their wallet, I want to ask you how many of those persons came back to open their wallet after that, because you never held a place that connected with their emotions. Now, because I know this is a big challenge for many persons, I am going to be hosting a free training very soon, and I will be putting out the date soon for you to sign up. Where I'm going, it's basically called Sell It Anyway, and it's the art of social selling for the busy entrepreneur. And this is actually intended to help you to start reframing some of these things that we spoke about tonight, your marketing, reframing your approach to marketing, reframing how you present yourself, and really removing some of those myths. And then from there, if you want to go a step further, I am working on something that's particularly special in terms of helping you to now really pull together a marketing plan that works for you. I really believe that while there are principles of marketing that work in general, that you have to find a way to make it work for you. When you find a way to make it work for you, it becomes easier for you to do. So, I want to help you all in this area. So, this is what I need you to do. I need you to keep posted on my Instagram page for the details of that free training called Sell It Anyway. And this is social selling for the busy entrepreneur. And it's all about helping us to really level up our marketing. You all have amazing products, you all have amazing services. The truth is, you just don't know how to sell it. You don't know how to market it. So persons are not really, you're not getting the full experience of running your business and seeing the joy of people coming to you. So I am really looking forward to doing this. Thank you so much, Natasha. And guys, next week we continue CEO conversations with the Vision Builder. Please subscribe to the channel. If you are on YouTube, please invite others to join in the conversation and share these videos with your community. The goal is to help us in the Caribbean to elevate our businesses, so that we can create strong and profitable businesses that pay us well now and creates a platform of growth for us to take our businesses to the next level. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.